Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Fazakis here for Astronomers Without Borders. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're so excited here at AWB, of course, because of the upcoming eclipse, the annular solar eclipse that's going to grace the skies of North America, Central America, and South America. And depending on where you are, you'll either see the Ring of Fire eclipse or a partial eclipse where you get to see a bite of the sun. The vast majority of folks across all these different continents will see a partial eclipse. And when looking at this solar eclipse and planning for it, it's really great to have an amazing eclipse companion. And that's what AWB is so excited about, because as you can see right here next to me is our brand new One Eclipse app. Of course, working with our brand AWB, One People, One Sky. In this case, it's One People, One Eclipse that we're shouting out to people. And we're really excited because we've teamed up with the amazing folks at Simulation Curriculum, the folks that have brought that award-winning planetarium software, Sky Safari and Starry Night. And they've helped us create this beautiful Eclipse app that's very simple, elegant to use, and basically allows you to figure out what the eclipse will look like from different geographical locations and know exactly the time of different parts and phases of the eclipse. And let me show you this right here. You get to see what the app looks like. It's actually showing you what the app looks like on my phone. This application right now is currently available for iOS devices, basically Apple iPhones and iPads. There will be an update given in the near future for the April 8th, 2024 eclipse. So stay tuned. If you do sign up, you'll be able to get that update for free, obviously. So as time goes on, you get to see the countdown to what time exactly the eclipse begins. And then you have this beautiful little menu system, very elegantly put there, simple to use. You've got an interactive eclipse map, an eclipse viewing and safety guide, share your eclipse story, and about Astronomers Without Borders. And by the way, I'd like to say that 50% of the proceeds of the sales of this $1.99 app will be going to AWB and continuing our outreach, our STEM outreach programs around the world in underserved communities, and also continuing our famous Eclipse Glasses recycling program, which we started back in, of course, 2017, and where we've sent hundreds of thousands of glasses around the world for other eclipse events in different parts, like in Ethiopia, Argentina, Chile, Tanzania, different locations around the world, Malaysia also, multiple locations where we've sent these glasses that have been vetted, gently used and vetted to make sure they're safe, and send them on to future eclipses. So it's really exciting, and you can take part in that with that $1.99. It costs, less than a cup of coffee at that you would get at a store. And you can do good with that. And the other 50% is going to be used to upgrade the app and develop new features that really we love to build in at AWB, that are community building features in the future versions of this app. So you're buying into a community and a journey that we're going to be able to take together with this amazing application. As you can see, that's the interactive map at the first button. So if we press that first button, you get to see this beautiful detailed map of the world showing you where the eclipse is visible. You can see those lines. We'll be exploring those lines in a minute and what those mean, but you can find where you want in this application, where you want to see the eclipse. And you can see here there's a dark feature pathway showing you where the Ring of Fire or annularity will be visible, where you get to see the sun being covered up completely by the moon. Of course, you get the edge of the sun visible, just the rim of the sun. That's why hence the name, the ring of fire, comes from. And that is along that darkened pathway that you see there. That's where lucky folks along that pathway will be able to see it. And it's going to start way up in Oregon and go down all the way through down to Texas. You can see Corpus Christi is there, San Antonio. So maybe perhaps if we choose San Antonio, we put a red pin there, that would be our location. And so you can pick whatever location you want. You can use the little arrow, on the upper right there, you can see the little arrow. If you press that, it uses the GPS locator on your phone to precisely put the location of where that phone is currently, of what it will look like from that location. So it's really super accurate. And so once you've chosen your location, then you can see what the annual eclipse is going to look from this location and its duration. So it says that it's going to be visible from this location and the exact duration. So how long will the eclipse last from your chosen location? And you can see that's 4 minutes and 24 seconds from the San Antonio region in this particular case. And what it will look like specifically, we can actually recreate that, an animation from the start of the eclipse, from the partial eclipse, when the first hint of the edge of the moon hits the disk of the sun. We can see that timing in yellow-orange. Choose that beginning. That is where you can see what it will look like in the sky. We can actually zoom out just by pinching the screen on your phone, as I'm doing here, just literally pinching and widening. You can see a detailed view, or zoom out by using at the bottom of the screen. You can go forward in time and backward in time. You can even set what you'd like in 10-second slots, intervals, 1 minute or 1 second intervals. But let's say if we use 10 seconds and we move forward in time, you can see it shows you in 10-second intervals what it will look like. Now, if you press that little rocket, you see that little rocket on the corner of the screen, and then you get this really cool view of the entire Earth, the entire globe. You can move it simply by putting your finger on the screen, moving back and forth, up and down. And what I want to call attention to are these lines that I talked to you about on the interactive map before. Those arcs represent the limits of how much of the sun will be eclipsed. Beyond that, there's also an audio timer. So if you click on the audio timer, when the eclipse happens, it actually has an audio form. So you don't have to watch your phone. You can pay attention to the eclipse, but you'll know the timing of when different parts of the eclipse happen. If we go back to the main menu, we also have, we've included an eclipse viewing guide and a safety guide. A very quick rundown. It's not overly detailed, but just gives you a rundown of what the science is behind the eclipses, what's the difference between an annular and a total eclipse that's going to, like the one that's going to happen on April 8th, 2024. Very important as a safety guide, never to look at the sun with unaided eyes. It's very important. You want to have solar filter glasses or using a projection system. If we go back to the main menu again, sharing your eclipse story. So if you click on that, this is a place where we'd love to hear your experience with the eclipse, and we'd love to see photographs, maybe photographs of you with your family and friends waiting for the eclipse, watching it when it's actually happening. Attach your picture and you'll send it, and we're going to share it through our social media so everyone around the world can really share in your experience. And there's of course a little section about who we are, Astronomers Without Borders. Perhaps you're not familiar with all the work we do. We're in over 145 different countries, and we basically build community using astronomy. We do good using astronomy, sending resources around the world, including eclipse glasses. Every sales of this app helps us at Astronomers Without Borders to do good in the world. Of course, the app will be updated in the future. You'll find it at the Apple Store. We'll have a link below this video so you can check it out yourself. And how good is this? You actually are going to do good in this world by purchasing this little application that'll help you experience the eclipse at its best. Make sure you don't miss it or any part of it, and it helps you share your experience with others too. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you stay safe and healthy. And until the next video, I wish you clear skies, one people, one sky, everyone. Bye-bye.
From the pale blue dot to the distant stars, we are one. One people, one sky.